If building a personal brand feels really hard right now, then this video is for you because it's never been easier to build a personal brand in 2026 without needing to go viral or without needing a massive audience. It's because personal branding isn't about what you post. It's about what people say about you when you're not in the room. So in this video, I want to reveal to you the 6 things you need to do to create a personal brand on easy mode. And not only that, make money from your personal brand, because my clients like Dan Bolton are making multiple millions of dollars from their personal brand without having all the necessary bells and whistles that all the other gurus are saying you need to build one. So without further ado, let's get into it. And hey, if you're new here, welcome to the Content Playbook, where we reveal how you can build a 6 to 7 figure personal brand through your content. And the first tip I want you to understand is that your reputation beats out your reach 8 days of the week. If Joe Rogan were to send you an email right now asking you to come on his podcast, obviously you would say, yeah, one of the biggest podcasts in the world. But here's the thought. Do you have enough to talk about for 3 hours? Are you able to hold a conversation, to advise and tell people what you know? A lot of people right now might feel a little bit of hesitation or nervousness because the problem is most people try to build the platform before building the person. I like to say content creation is a journey of becoming someone worth chasing. And so you trying to go viral, you trying to build this reach without building the person is why you are stuck not building a personal brand. You're not building your personal brand because you're focused on the wrong thing. Your personal brand and the audience is a byproduct of you developing yourself, you developing the brand. What is a brand? A brand is a message, is a name. When you think of Nike, what words come to mind? Just do it. The name and the message is what built the audience. Your reputation. Personal branding, we're mixing up this word for personal branding for millions of followers. That's not true. We all have a personal brand because people talk about us when we're not in the room all the time. Building one that leads to profit, that leads to business on easy mode, now that's a different story. So this leads me to point number 2, that the personal brands making the most amount of money aren't the most talented. They're the most known. Let me clarify. It's not about being famous, it's about being found. So your personal brand needs to help you be more findable. If you're a realtor, as an example, who is the realtor that wins the most? It's the one that is the most findable, the one that is most known. Because no one's saying competing on who knows more about real estate. That is all subjective. There's no the best realtor. That is just what everyone says they are. It's not about being the best, it's about being the best known. So how do you build a personal brand that gets you known? Well, how you build a personal brand that gets you known is about a couple things. Number 1, associations. This is like, I guess, my third step or third tip in this is that when you associate yourself with powerful brands, with powerful entrepreneurs, with powerful people, and this could be status, it could be other successful entrepreneurs, they associate you with success, with elegance. So I'll use a personal story here. I was invited to the school games ran by Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens. If you don't know Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens, they have a platform called School, and it's where people build communities and build businesses through a coaching style business model. And they have something called the School Games, where they have a competition of who can make the most amount of money in a month. And these entrepreneurs are making anywhere from like $30,000 per month to over $100,000 per month. So I was invited to the School Games to not only film content, create content, interview all the School Game winners, work with them, help them with their content, help them with their YouTube. Now, how did I get this opportunity? How did this help me build my personal brand? Well, I got this opportunity because I built a personal brand that helped me be found, not be famous, right? I didn't go viral. I didn't have any crazy successful online following, anything like that. My videos were just findable. And once I started working with School, people started to want to work with me more because I was associated to success. I was associated to people who were bigger than me, like Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens. And then when I was interviewing and working with these high caliber entrepreneurs, my name and my brand was associated with them. And so part of this process of building your personal brand is understanding that your reputation beats your reach, that visibility beats talent every single day of the week, but associations also help you build the status and the brand that you want. So what do you want to be associated with? Or you want to be associated with like quality and elegance, right? If you want to be associated with Walmart and fast and efficient and cheap, one or the other is not bad or worse. It's just different associations. So when your name pops up, what do they think? So when I think of Alex Hormozi, I think offers, I think quality, I think money, I think success. There's all these words that come up because he's associated his brand to those things. And so associations is very important when it comes to building a personal brand. So that's like collaboration, that's partnership, that's using the right wording to help you associate to those brands. Now, a lot of people come to me when they want to create content, build a personal brand, and this is the thing that stops them in their tracks most of the time. Building a personal brand is not a weekend endeavor. It is a lifelong pursuit of building your reputation online. And what happens is so many people negate how powerful consistency can be with your personal brand. Here's what most people do. They try to say 1,000 things one way, but the most successful personal brands that I've worked with, the entrepreneurs making millions of dollars, having that freedom lifestyle that impact millions of people, they all say the same things 1,000 different ways. They are relentless consistently, not only with their posting, but with their message. Most people quit before they ever see results fast enough. So they post for 30 days and they get no traction, they stop. And they never find out what was waiting from the other side. So if you think of like, one of my favorite actors is Jim Carrey, okay? He was broke for a long part of his journey. He wrote himself $1 million check in his wallet, and over time, he consistently visually saw success. And that simple act helped him to get I forget what it was. I think maybe Dumb and Dumber, maybe it was that. I don't know what was his first breakthrough movie, but he got a breakthrough that really helped to put him on the trajectory to not only making the money, but for him to become a world-known actor. Or like Tom Brady, if you're a big sports fan, like if you know Tom Brady's story, like he was, I think like the 199th draft pick or something like that. Like he was not the best player ever there was. He became the best. He's only became known as the best once he developed the person. He developed himself so much that it was impossible to be ignored. Taylor Swift, my stepdaughter loves Taylor Swift. She's one of the best artists in the world. She didn't just come out the gate with a personal brand. She built her person. She built her reputation. She built her mastery. She did a lot of like concerts that were like barely any people before she became biggest personal brands in the music space, and also the biggest like paid artist. These are all fundamental stories that help you understand what actually builds your personal brand. Consistency. You cannot sleep on consistency. Now, my last point, this is probably my most important tip I want you to take away from this entire video, this entire episode, is that authenticity is the new oil. You hear all the time that attention is the new oil. If you can get attention, you can do anything. And I believe that to be true. I don't think it's a false statement. I just think the oil is changing, what the currency is in today's landscape, because what we're living in is an AI world. As more and more AI is being generated, what happens? The need for authenticity rises, because now we see people recommending products that aren't human, aren't ingenuine. So what do we want? We want the opposite. We want human beings. We want realness. So the best thing you can do for your personal brand is to be you. Be authentic. What makes you different is what will help you to stand out and build a brand. It's so funny how many people I work with negate the things that make them unique, that actually help them to build the personal brand that they're striving for. And I've done this myself. I love hip hop. I used to be a dancer. I used to dance and teach hip hop breakdancing, which is kind of funny for a lot of people. But that was a big part of my life. And it wasn't like I was trying to hide it. I just didn't think like, oh, who would care? Who would find it valuable? But the more I share that with people, the more they get to know me, the more they like me, the more they trust in me. Know, like, and trust, guys. This is not that hard. We overcomplicate things, and I do this all the time. We overcomplicate things. It's actually so easy, so simple. Once you can let go of, you don't need millions of followers, don't need millions of views, that you just have to focus on associations, focus on your authentic truth, focus on your messaging, you can build such a powerful personal brand that you will never have to worry about money again. I saw this guy, I think his name is like The Tired Dad, and he's blown up recently, and he blew up because he was his authentic self in his videos. No script, no studio, no lighting. He resonated so much with other dads because like other dads saw themselves in him. And so AI can't copy that. AI can't do that. AI is not authentic. AI is literally scraping the internet, finding the commonalities, what's common, and giving you a script or an idea that's the most common. If you want to stand out, you want to not be common, you want to be different. You want to be chosen, you want to be the one that they go to. How are you going to be a leader to the people you want to serve if you are getting your voice from AI, if you're not your authentic self? Anyways, I feel like this is like a giant rant video because someone this morning asked me and was struggling with this concept of building a personal brand. So I want to come on here and reveal these truths to you guys, that building a personal brand can be very simple once you break it down. So hopefully this helps you shift your perspective and what goes into building a personal brand. And if you want more tactical advice, let me know. You can also join my free school community, and we dive into this a lot. We actually break down how you can build a personal brand that stands out and sells out through your content, and help you figure out what makes you unique enough so that you could build a personal brand that you can make 6, if not 7 figures from. So join that community. Link is in the description if you want more tactical advice on that. But love to get your feedback in the comments, what you loved about this video, and so I can make more of it. All right. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Peace.